So in this video I wish to talk about what are the characteristics of a good student. I mean, how do we know that this student is he or she is good? Again, this is also from my own personal view, so it may differ from yours or it may even coincide also with yours. And at the same time, this is not coming from any article reading or any kinds of reading from the internet. So this may uh, differ from that also. Anyway, so first of all, I would say when I look back to the character, look back and look at all the students. This is a bit tough to define what is good students, especially because all the students are students, and uh, this is a bit difficult because this is human being. Although this is very easy to define some other things in terms of when someone is giving the service, but students are students, so it's a bit tough. But still, I'll consider the students who are doing well in their academic um, um, scores, or academic scores are good. And also, not only this is not the only parameter, I'll say those students are making or building their own life, and they are kind of learning something, even if their score is not, they are not high achiever, but still they could be good students because they are learning something else. They are in the process of learning, so they are not like away. So these are the two parameters. I think these are two parameters important. And again, at the same time, in terms of time management, in terms of uh, valuing others, respecting others, in terms of making the place friendlier, enjoyable, joyful for others, helping others, taking help from others, and at the same time making the situation situation positive, and engagement kind of, they bring some kind of positivity, and with that positivity they make the situation engaging with for everybody. And this is how they make the system better. And the same time, they are most of the time they are always one step ahead, um, in terms of subject. I step ahead means comparative to their class, in terms of subject knowledge, or in terms of, I mean, they know something extra. This is not from the book. This is from other sources. So that means, it means good students always read the book outside the text. Also, they are in some kind of habit in reading. So they love reading. They read a lot. And what else? And yeah, they are in, as I said, academic thing is most important. But and at the same time, look, I'll not say a student whose score is very excellent, whose academic skills are very good, but if he or she is very very violent someone, in my point of view, I'll not. Violent means in society he's engaged with social violence, or is bringing anarchy in the system, or he is some kind of bullying uh, class people. I'll not consider him or her a good student. So I mean, so the my point is, only the academic thing is not the point. Lots of other factors are related to it. At the same time, so to be a good student, this is tough to make a recipe for how someone can be a good student. But more or less, if somebody is attentive to their studies, and learn enough, and gets take enough inputs from the textbook for their courses. um, usually more or less high scorer, not like this is not comparative to the class. Let's say out of 10 always they get 9 8 9 10 8 9 10 kind of this, because not because this is not kind of competitive to the class. Look at the difference is not, for example, if the class, all the students in the class gets out of 10 gets 3 4, and I cannot say a good students get 3 4 or 4 in that subject out of 10. So this is kind of, that means they are way down to the level. At the same time, question paper also matters, so that's a different thing. But my point is, usually a good students are fairly high achiever. It's not like, at the same time, it's not like they have to get 100% marks always. This is not a good thing. Basically, this is also counterproductive if we give pressure to the students to get 100%, 95%, 98% always in the test. This puts extra pressure to the students. At the same time, so this do not give them time for their own personal thinking and personal development. Personal development is very important for the students, and this is, I will say, this is one of the most important thing outside the academic thing. For our students to grow up, we should give some time to the students to grow up personally, so that they can think, they can look outside the world, outside this academic thing, to the world, and they can differentiate they can find their position, they can think about what they want to be, how they will go there. And because sometimes, most of the times, academic books actually do not give them that sense. So mostly a good students are good achiever, more or less good achiever. They are personally also they are good, uh, and they help others, they take help from others, they make the situation joyful, interesting, they are always positive, and they bring a positive atmosphere in the class. Outside the class also they are good. They are always motivating the positive thing. They are way away from the negative, all the negativity and negative things, and they don't interfere, and they do not another important thing, they do not waste their time. They are good at time management. They makes the lesson, they prepare their lesson nicely, and always they wants to stay a step ahead of their other people, of their classmates, kind of, or there is some kind of little competition among them. They always keep it so that they can grow up. This is positive competition, so that they can grow up, and there is some pressure on them. There's little pressure, not like too much pressure. So they build it, and they make it, and they keep it, and they win it. So not like always they have to win it, not like always they have to have the 100% marks in the test or in the exams, but usually they get close to 90%, 95% marks usually. 90%, 95% marks doesn't mean that this is highly something. This means that they are learning all the things from the book. So I mean, they're getting the educated information. So they're in the ladder of achieving. They're in the ladder of learning, and they're getting the knowledge. So learning is going on. At the same time, they are understanding what they are learning. They are not cramming, they are not memorizing everything without understanding. They always try to understand the things what they are learning. At the same time, another interesting thing about the good student is, uh, they do not always learn for the exam, they learn for their life. This is kind of interesting. Most of the good students, if you ask them something they read in their class 7, class 8, they will be able to remember and recall it, and other students, they will not be able to remember or recall. Those who got the same marks even in some test, because they memorized it, other students memorized it, and these students thought that he or she may need it in the future also, in the future as well. So these are the things basically they actually learn for their life. And always this is not 100% true that they will be able to recall everything from their whole educational life. This is impossible. But most of the things they learn, they make sure that they try to make sure that this will be needed in their future life, and they uh, try to learn it that way. And at the same time, they don't um, they are really positive. They have some good rap with the educational system, with their instructor, teachers, and educational system. They have a good connection with them. They make a nice and friendly connection relationship there, which actually helps them to grow up, which actually helps the entire system to be developed, and all these things. So my point is, a good student always brings a good atmosphere with all these things, and there could be more, but these are the things that is coming in the top of my head at this moment. All right, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Bye.